These videos will hopefully enable you to gain the knowledge and experience to encourage you to build upon your interest in computer engineering. Over these next videos, we shall show you the basic skills on how to build a computer. It is a step-by-step guide using specific components. However, this should not deter you from using similar products. The first items we shall be looking at is a computer case and suitable tools. The computer case comes in many different shapes, colours and sizes. The one shown here is a multimedia ATX cube case. The internal dimensions are approximately 35 cm deep, 23 cm high and 27 cm wide. On the front panel we can see a power button, a power and hard drive LED, the reset button, a firewire socket for the motherboard if it is supported, a microphone and ear socket and two USB sockets. This is the temperature gauge, a spare 3.5-inch bay, a 5.25-inch spare bay and a further 5.25-inch bay with a cover that could be removed and also a handle. On the back of the case there is space for a power supply. This case, when supplied, does not contain one. A cutout for the onboard motherboard connections and sockets. 4 motherboard expansion slots with one already exposed. To gain access to the case, the top simply slides off, then the side panels can be removed. Inside the case we can see the internal cooling fan on the rear of the case. This is a 3.5-inch cradle for devices like hard drives. It can support 2. Here we have two 5.25-inch spare bays. This case also has a cooling fan fitted to the front panel that can be seen here. Before carrying on, a quick word about computer toolkits. We can spend many hundreds of pounds on tooling, but most experienced engineers develop their own. What we mean by this is they start off with a basic one like the one shown here. They may over time then replace some of the tooling with better ones. The nice thing about this type is it is compact and contains most items you would need for a quick fix. It is housed in a hard plastic case that makes it robust and is convenient to carry. It contains all the basic tools for simple work, a set of long nose pliers, a pair of side cutters, a pair of tweezers that is useful for picking out small screws. It has a series of adapter ends such as flat and posi drives, also one that allows the handle to be extended as we can see here. It has 4 sockets, 5, 6, 8 and 10mm, which are the most common ones found in desktop computers, and a set of instrument screwdrivers. We shall be using the handle and a posi drive adapter. To remove the base plate, unscrew the 5 retaining screws. These should then slide outwards as shown. On the base plate you will find mounting pillars that support the motherboard. Inside the case there are several connections, the first being the rear fan power connector. Also the front panel fan power connector. The front panel audio plug, USB connectors, a front panel power LED connector, thermistor, the front panel connectors such as the reset button and power button switch. The rear fan can be removed by unscrewing the 4 retaining screws as shown to allow for cleaning. The The 3.5-inch caddy can be removed by unscrewing the 2 retaining screws and sliding it out. To gain access to the front fan and panel, you can remove the 2 screws found inside the case on each side. The front panel can then be unclipped as shown and it will drop down. Assembly is straightforward. Push the panel until it clips back into position. Then replace the 2 fixing screws on each side. The 3.5-inch caddy slides back into position and the 2 retaining screws replaced. Notice the type of screws. You will find some are only suitable for certain fixing. Next is the internal fan. You should check that it's fitted so air is drawn from the computer. Once again, the screws for this differs. The motherboard base plate is slid into position. Check that it slides between the grooves as shown, and the 5 retaining screws are replaced. The side panels are next and they drop into position. Finally, the lugs on the top of the case should align with the grooves found in the side panels. This completes the case. Next video is fitting the power supply. If you enjoyed this video and you want to take up the computer engineering professionally, why not visit www.candoit.co.uk and gain the BTEC Award in Computer Engineering.